Happy Monday, everybody. We are talking about count them, five must draft sleepers at the wide receiver position, including a bonus at the end. It's an absolute must draft I have on all my rosters. And on this show, we've got the special, the great, the powerful, the almighty on this planet Earth, Tim, aka the Bald Man.
Damn, dude, you really oversold me there, and you are so full of energy. It's a Monday, but how can you say happy Monday? Everybody's got to get their butts into work.
Well, I'm trying to get everybody in a good mood, man. That's the whole thing. A lot of
I
people
can tell you're pumping it. That's for sure.
A lot of people on their commute. Some people don't like their jobs. Understandable. So I did it for 14 years. I had jobs I hated. Hopefully you guys are not going to a job you hate. But either way, fantasy football is an outlet. It's an escape. That's what it is. And I'm also having a pre-workout right now. That's probably adding a little bit to the energy here. You got the caffeine, the beta-alanine, the tingles all kicking in, all adding into the Monday commute, man. That's all it is.
It's funny. I get those feelings too, but it's not from a drink.
You got different kind of tingles, eh?
I'm sorry, YouTube. Don't take that too bad. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Just get canceled.
Listen, smash a thumbs up, drop a comment below, hit the thumbs up. I'm excited, man. Talk about these sleepers. I'm excited to have you on, Tim. We're going to try to get you on at least every couple weeks, work you in. Some people say, where's Tim? Where's Tim? Well, there he is. He's here. You guys smiling now. You guys
dance. Sorry, you got to watch YouTube. I mean, I'm just an idiot.
Some people are in the car. Okay, if you guys have not got the 16-round draft solution, secure the solution, secure the championship. It'll put you light years ahead of the sheep. Grab it. Ironclad roster. Use code WIN to save. Grab it. Never look back. I'm telling you, man. Grab it like I want to grab Tim's chin hair there and I rip it out. That's what I want.
I thought even my neck. I thought you were going to like wring my neck like Bart Simpson. Why, you little, shut up.
That chin hair, man. I just want to like rip it off. Anyways, so let's dive into it, man. I'm ready to talk with you. Oh, we got the news. Let's do it. Where's Breaking Brad? Oh, by the way, you guys had a fight. I don't know if you guys know, like a week ago or so, Tim and Brad were at it. What did Brad do to you? He stole your equipment and stuff like that?
He did. He's a douche.
Have you guys made up since?
Define made up. I mean, when you ignore someone, is that really a good thing? When you just don't want to talk to somebody, that's not really good. It's not a good working relationship. But
you guys are indifferent. Let's see what Brad has to say about this.
It is with great urgency that we bring you these following messages.
He doesn't have anything to say.
He's very urgent to not say anything.
Remember he was in a bad mood last time with you. What was it said? Brad, what was it you said last time that you were really angry with Tim? Let's recap.
Embrace the fury. Fear is weakness. Game over.
Yeah, so I think we're over that now, right?
Breaking Brad is too old to be talking like that, really.
Anyway,
breaking a hip.
Let's talk some breaking news.
We now have breaking news.
Oh, changed it up a little.
I like that theme song. I just really want to talk about, I talked about it yesterday's show. We are recording this the evening. You guys are getting this in the morning, but we recorded the evening before. Quinshawn Judkins, I do want to talk about that briefly here. Apparently, I think his bond is set at $2,800. I think he's coming out, $2,800. I don't know what's going to happen here because there's a lot of question marks about, do you draft the other rookie they drafted after him, Dylan Sampson now? Will he actually get because he didn't end up signing his rookie contract at the time of this recording. He's in for, what is it? Violence or domestic violence and battery is what he's in for, right?
Right.
So I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting to see what the NFL does. I think it all depends on if the charges stick. How serious is this? Is there any tape? Is there any footage? I think it's all going to come down to that, Tim, and ultimately decide his fate in the NFL, really.
Absolutely. I mean, honestly, to me, it doesn't sound like it's a big thing at this point. I don't want to downplay domestic violence ever, but when I was reading some reports on it, it sounds like it could just be a touch, not necessarily a hit, slap, whatever you want to call it. So let's just say he was arguing with the girlfriend, the wife, whatever, and you grab her by the arms. It could be as simple as that. And believe me, I'm not saying it's okay for a man to ever do this crap.
Right.
I'm just saying, let's not crucify the guy at this point. We don't know. We don't know the whole story. We don't know what's going on. Now, as far as football goes, it is really unfortunate for him because the fact that he hasn't signed a contract at this point and now he may be in legal trouble, that does not bode well for your career.
Yeah, there's a lot of unknowns here. Like, was it a first-time offense? Was he provoked? What happened? Was it a strike? Was it like, we don't know. No, we don't know. All we know right now is that he is in some hot water, and you got to assume that there might be a suspension looming of some sort if there's any repercussions to this. But anyway, we don't know. But it's going to be interesting to see how it unfolds because Dylan Sampson's kind of in the wings right now in regards to fantasy relevance. And that's going to move things around because he's coming off, Judkins coming off relatively early. I've seen him come off as early as, let's say, round 4. 5 is typically kind of where I see him coming off, especially in the best ball leagues. So we're going to see how that unfolds. It's going to be interesting to see. So hopefully, again, it's just really sad when you see this type of stuff. You see arrests with young guys like this. And it just sucks, man, because they have so much upside, so much talent. We just don't want to see it go to waste, really.
Yep. I mean, I hope it wasn't anything serious. I hope he really didn't do anything stupid. And let's just hope for the best for everybody.
Here's a sleeper tight end for everybody in the news here. Mason Taylor, a rookie for the New York Jets tight end, said he has been working on refining his footwork, hand placement, leverage, and run game protection in teams' offseason programs. He's a dart throw at the tight end position, a late round stash. Nothing to get too excited about, but could be an upside tight end. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Then
it's the Jets. Are you kidding me? What? Why are you even talking about this guy?
Yeah, I know. But sometimes, Justin Fields is there now. He's kind of years to us from now, but he might lean towards him. You never know. Okay, and then also the Pittsburgh Steelers had reportedly made the trade to acquire wide receiver DK Metcalf from Seattle Seahawks in March with the intention of trading wide receiver George Pickens, according to NFL Insider, blah, blah, blah. Again, there's really nothing that's jumping out. And this is the kind of the calm, Tim. This is the calm before the storm because training camp kicks off like this week it's kicking off. So it's like, okay, it was like the quiet time and then now all the news breaks, but you have like the arrest in there or something like that to kind of keep things interesting in the news, but nothing really going on, man. Everyone's kind of been off.
You're right, though. It's getting there. Like, this is the time where everything starts rolling, man. Now it's time to pick it up. The news will increase. You'll start seeing players. You'll start seeing the rookies. How are they doing? How's everything panning out? How are teams looking? It's going to be exciting now.
It's going to be exciting. And I'm kind of glad there hasn't been a lot of arrests. If that's the worst of it, knock on wood, then we're in good shape. There wasn't too much off-season stuff. Hopefully everybody is doing well here and, staying out of trouble. So that's it for latest news and notes here from Breaking Brad.
We now have breaking news.
Okay, let's go into our first sleeper here, Tim. Again, hit the thumbs up, smash it, tap it, slap it, hit the thumbs up, and drop a comment below. Drop a comment for Tim. Tim wants to hear from you. Tim, do you want to hear from some people?
I don't know. I mean, if it's nice, I guess, yeah. If it's not, if you got a quick whip, if you're going to give me a little bit of some slapping around, I'm okay with that too. I don't mind it, actually. If you're really good and you can throw out some good barbs, I like it.
Tim likes to get slapped a little bit.
I don't take it personal. It's all good.
And not in the violent way. Not the violent way that's going to get you guys.
Yeah, don't see me at a show and then start slapping the crap out of me. No, I'm not happy for that.
Exactly. All right, the first one, we're talking about wide receiver sleepers. The first one is not really a sleeper, but he is. To me, I consider him a sleeper because there's top 5 upside here at the wide receiver position. And Tim and I are going to fight because we kind of ran through this list a little bit together before. He's going to fight me, which is going to make the show a little bit more interesting. So I'm going to roll out the first sleeper here, Tim. And people are like, what? He's not a sleeper, but he's wide receiver 21. Marvin Harrison Jr. coming off in the third. Tim's shaking his head for the people in the car. Wide receiver 21, no competition, round 3 ADP. Here's the thing, Tim. Let me explain something for you, okay? I'm going to keep repeating, and people are so sick of this right now, but T. Higgins coming off late round 2 ahead of Marvin Harrison Jr. A guy like T. Higgins, and that's only one example, a guy like T. Higgins has no business coming off ahead of Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison has zero competition. He's the alpha. He's the wide receiver 1. Last year, 116 targets. It's going up, man. It is going up. It is going up. This is the guy. And I'm telling you, Kyler Murray, I understand, but I'm going to keep going back to the argument, Tim. It's like he made Hopkins viable like 4-5 years ago. DeAndre Hopkins was a top 4 receiver in fantasy. Marvin Harrison and him are finally connecting. This is the year. I love the value. 3rd round for a wide receiver 1 with no competition, dude. It's a steal, man. It's a steal. What do you think?
Kyler did not make anybody viable. You had a top tier wide receiver that was decent at the time with Kyler. That's the way I would word that. I am not. You were pushing hard on Harrison Jr. last year, and I was like, hell no, 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 no. Look who's throwing him the ball. Look at the team in general. No, no, no.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the same thing this year. Sure, second year might be doing a little bit better, but still, and you mentioned 116 targets. So what? How many of those did he catch? Do you know offhand?
Not a lot.
62. That's like, he was like 53 to 55% reception ratio. It's friggin' horrible. His yardage wasn't great either at 885 for that many targets. Once again, the catches, though, 62. So, you're running, just off the top of my head, 13 to 15 yards per. So that's not bad. 8 TDs. Don't see it getting any better, especially with a Kyler Murray throwing to him. Like, that's almost a max for Kyler Murray when it comes to one receiver.
I found it. Okay, so 2020, I got it right here, Tim. 2020, Kyler Murray fed DeAndre Hopkins, made him a top 4 fantasy wide receiver, 160 targets, 115 receptions, 71.9% catch rate, 6 touchdowns, and 1,407 yards. That was 2020. I think that was Kyler's rookie year. So can Kyler get to that shape again? Maybe. Again, he hasn't done anything really since. Like, he's just hasn't been exciting.
And that's DeAndre Hopkins, dude. That is a top tier player. Marvin Harrison Jr. is not at that level yet. And with this team, he won't be at that level.
You're going to see.
Mark my words, man. He is not worth it. Everybody was touting him last year as like a top 3, top 3rd round pick sort of thing. Didn't happen. Where did he finish? I think it was like 70. Yeah, finished 76th last year overall. Or was that even just for the wide receivers? I might be wrong. But either way, he did not pan out. 200 points is what he got last year. Don't do it. Don't be stupid and take him again.
I like
You're
him.
kind of right that he is a wide receiver 1 on the team, but it's such a mediocre team, and Kyler Murray is not the guy. He is going to run the ball.
I like him. I like Harrison. And I look at the draft here. I'm looking at draft picks by team. They went DT, defensive tackle, cornerback, CB, Charlie Bob, edge linebacker, Charlie Bob, OG, and S. So
yeah, like nothing on the offense.
No, they went pretty much focused on defense. But what I'm saying is that Marvin Harrison came untouched. Like, he was untouched. They didn't bring in another wide receiver that's going to come in. Like, you look at a guy like Brian Thomas Jr. coming off round 1, Tim. They drafted Travis Hunter in a top 10 pick, who's probably going to be better than him talent-wise. One of the top, if not the top prospect out of this entire draft, who happens to be a corner and a wide receiver. I still think Brian's the guy. That's a whole other discussion. But this case, no competition, Tim. It's the Marvin Harrison. Someone's got to catch the ball. That's it. I love him. Okay? That's it. I love him. And he's what?
I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to let you have it at that, but I've had my word and I've said no.
Okay. The second guy here. Now, some people ask me all the time, like, if you're going robust RB, what wide receivers are you looking at? Who are you considering? What are you going to do? And one of the guys that sits there after I've got a bunch of running backs, he's kind of on the 4-5 turn, give or take, typically coming off as early as the 4th round, can fall to 5. The guy I'm talking about here is Cortland Sutton. Had himself a pretty solid year last year, Tim. And when you look at a guy with Bo Nix emerging, stepping up, getting better now, going into his 2nd year, Cortland Sutton, as of right now, is the alpha, is the one. And I believe it's a contract year. He's looking to get paid right now. 135 targets, 81 receptions, just over 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. I'm crazy with my rookies. I had Pat Bryant on the show, the rookie wide receiver that was drafted in the 3rd round, who's ultra talented, dog mentality. Pat Bryant, a sleeper. They're still trying to decide who the 2 is. They were going to find out in training camp. And then Sean Payton, head coach Sean Payton, has said and compared Pat Bryant to the old Michael Thomas. So maybe is a bigger receiver, right? Strong, physical. I think Pat Bryant takes the wide receiver 1 job. I'm going crazy on it. I'm not saying you have to draft Pat Bryant, in the 5th round. I'm saying you can get him like whatever, 12th round or whatever he's coming off down there. But Sutton's a guy that's plug and play, the wide receiver 1 right now, super safe. Wide receiver 24, Tim. ADP, what do I have ADP here at 405? That's a typo. Ignore that. ADP I meant round 4 to 5, not 405. There we go. So I hope you guys read that right. ADP. All right, Tim, what do you think of him?
I mean, he's decent, but he's never really excited me. And there's no reason, as far as I'm concerned, to think he's going to do any better. Yes, Bo Nix did turn it on late in the year.
Yes.
So when you look at Bo Nix in general, even he got a pretty slow start. I think the first 4 to 5 games wasn't very good. Last 4 to 5 were pretty phenomenal. So yes, there's an increase for Bo Nix. Yes, Cortland Sutton's there. I mean, last year we did a show and I basically just said he's ass, but he's the best ass on the team. Kind of fits again this year, really. Like, to me, Cortland Sutton is going to be the guy. I still ain't going to give him like any kind of monster year or anything like that. No, he's kind of where he finished is where he belongs. That's it. That's what you get with Cortland. It'll be amazing if he can top that.
He's safe. And what I'm saying is wide receiver 24 for a wide receiver 1. I still see wide receiver 2s coming off ahead of this guy. That's why I see the value. Now we're going to start getting a little deeper here. We're going deeper sleepers. Remember, stay to the end. We got the bonus one for you. All right, the next one here is a guy I keep talking about. And some people that watch the show regularly be like, Joe, I'm so sick of the same guys. I hammer certain guys like hard, when I go into them. But Trey Harris, we're talking about a round 2 pick by the team. When I look at who they drafted first, so I'm filtering right now. I got this little screen here, who they picked. So they picked Omarion Hampton, amazing talent. By the way, his stock is slightly up now with the whole Najee Harris missing a bit of training camp with the whole fireworks story. You heard the whole fireworks story where he was out playing with fireworks, almost took his eye out. Apparently it's superficial, as he's going to be okay. But just shows that you're not that smart, dude. Like, what are you doing? Like, I know you can have fun, but Tim, like, if you and I are playing, am I going to like shoot off a firework at your face? Like, I can only imagine that's what they did. We don't know.
You haven't done it?
No,
I've done it. I've gone out with friends with the Roman candles and like fired them off at each other a little bit, from a relatively safe distance. But when you're young and dumb, you got to have some fun. Now, Najee's not young and dumb. He's just dumb.
I don't know, man. You got to value your body a little bit more, especially if you're a top athlete. It's crazy, but that's a whole other topic. So Omarion Hampton was drafted first round. Then they went Trey Harris out of Ole Miss, another physical receiver, 6'2", 205, physical, Tim. He's the ex-receiver. And I've said this, I'm going to sound like a broken record. I'm going to say it until people hammer this home. When they drafted Quentin Johnson a couple of years ago, they drafted him in the first round. They wanted Quentin Johnson to come in and essentially be the alpha there. He wasn't, Tim. He wasn't. He has brick for hands. He can't catch. See the brick wall behind me? Those are his hands. That's a picture of his hands right there, because this wall could probably have a better chance of catching the ball than Quentin Johnson. So they realized, we kind of screwed up. We actually really screwed up with him. In comes Trey Harris. They scouted this guy out. Reliable hands. And when he catches the ball, his yards after catch are really sexy too. He runs strong after the catch, reliable, clutch player, good player in college, one of the top wide receiver prospects. In he comes, and he's going to take that wide receiver spot. Now, everyone's drafting Ladd McConkey. Remember last year, Tim? Don't be a donkey, draft Ladd McConkey, 9th round value. I was telling everyone to draft. Now he's a 2nd round pick. Why was he top last year? Because there was nobody else there. They're going to be running the ball a lot with Omarion Hampton and Najee, if Najee has an eye, right? And then they're going to be using Trey Harris, right? So McConkey's going to take a dip. And I think Harris emerges, and I love I've got him on all my rosters. I've got a ticket to the show. No matter what happens, sign me up for Trey Harris everywhere. I'm all in, Tim. What do you feel in Trey Harris or no?
Not the way you are. No, too many mouths there. So you might want to bash McConkey or Quentin Johnson even, but you can't just bash them and write them off. I mean, these aren't old guys. They're not like over the hills or anything. Ladd McConkey did great last year. There's no reason to think that Trey Harris is going to come in and bump Ladd down. Will he take a little bit of the work away? Sure, but it's not going to be enough to even hurt Ladd, I don't think, man. I think you're just reaching hard on this one. He may be a great player in a year or two, but he's not going to just step on that field and dominate. There's too many decent guys there. And I'm not saying great guys, but decent guys.
And I hate to say this, but Mike Williams, he's been in the league a long time. He sucks. He always gets hurt. And then Quentin Johnson, as of right now, if you look at the depth chart, you got McConkey, Quentin Johnson, Mike Williams, and theoretically on paper, Trey Harris is actually the 4th one on the depth chart. So you're making a good point, but I see the emergence. I see the high draft capital. I see the ex-receiver. I see the reliable hands. Talent will rise to the top. Now, he did not, at the time of this recording, he has not signed his rookie contract. He held out of practice. He's waiting. I think he's expecting, I'm going to butcher this, but it's somewhere in the range of like $7 million. I don't know whether that's with bonus or without. So understandable. Like he's got to sign this deal like before he plays. So we want to get that out of the way. We want to see him on the field, but I think the tone is going to change as soon as we start seeing training camp news. This guy is emerging because Quentin Johnson is not the deal. I think the Quentin Johnson project is over, Tim. I think the Quentin Johnson project is over. That's it.
No, still too young to just write off. He's still going to be a decent receiver. He's not going to be a top tier, but he's going to be decent. And for Trey to come in, he's just another piece in the puzzle, man. This year, he is not going to come in and kill it. I think you're going to be lucky if you see him finish at 150 points.
Well, we'll see. I think he's going to be a top guy. All right, next one here. Let's go here is the guy that came on the show, Dante Thornton. I don't want to spend too much time on this. He is just a stash at this point, but he was playing with first team reps, Tim. And if you look at the tape, he is wiry. He's quick off the line. He's got 4.3 speed. He's got reliable hands. Now, there's a chance he could be a speedster and a one-trick pony. We always kind of fear that. They've obviously got Brock Bowers there, Tim. I mean, he was a top guy. Another guy, I think he was by default the guy. It's a new quarterback now, Geno Smith. Whole different situation, Tim. But Dante Thornton, are you going to stash him? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, for the price you're paying, it's okay because, like you say, there is great potential here. Other than Brock Bowers, you don't really have anything. So as a deep sleeper, yes, this is potential. Still not thrilled with a Geno Smith or Aiden O'Connell. I don't care which one throws him the ball. Not really excited about either. Smith can throw for some decent yardage, so there is that. For the price you're paying, yeah, man, it's totally worth taking the chance.
They did draft Jack Beck as well. It was earlier draft capital, but Thornton seemed to have be getting more of the first team reps from what I was hearing in minicamp. So we're going to see where talent emerges. And Jacoby Myers, just not that good. He's not a true one. He's a fake one. He's a phony. And I believe talent will rise. So we'll see. And for the ADP, like he's literally going undrafted. I think he's like wide receiver 100 some odd. I don't even know, like undrafted, literally. So just grab him with your last pick. But mind you, the news is going to come out where he has a big catch or something, and his ADP is going to shoot up. And he's going to be more on people's radars. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah, show a little flash in the training camp preseason, and you're gold, baby. Your stock just plummets up.
Okay, stash him.
You don't plummet up.
Next guy here, he was on our show last year. So, like, Joe, all your guys that come on the show are on the sleeper list here, on the must draft wide receivers. Rashid Shaheed. He had the injury. I think it was like a torn knee, something like that. Not a torn knee, but I can't even think of it. It's like a knee issue, but he got a surgery on it. It wasn't like an ACL or anything like that. But Rashid Shaheed is good. He's good to go from what I'm hearing. And he's the only thing is the quarterback, Tim. And I don't know if you know how. Let's go through this one. The pronouncing of his name. Now, have you seen it? It's Tyler. They call him Tyler Shuck. But the way that it's spelt is nothing like Tyler. Did you know about this, Tim? Like how it's pronounced?
No.
Okay, so here, let me tell you you tell me how you pronounce this. SHOUGH. Well, shouldn't it be like rough, like shuff? Like ROU. Okay, listen, ROUGH is rough, right? So add an SH in front of OUGH, it should be shuff.
You're going to try to do this English crap again?
Yeah, no, seriously.
It's a knife.
Yeah. So, Tim, hear me out, though. Rough, ROUGH, shuff, SH. You're just adding a sh in front of the uff. So it's Tyler Shuff. But here's the thing. They're calling him Tyler Shuck.
What about cough?
Huh?
Maybe he's a shoff. Because of a cough. I don't know. Either way, man, you're taking way too much time on this.
No.
Come on.
Where do you get the shuck from? Do you see a K? Do you see a C? Do you see a C?
Oh, shucks, baby. It ain't there.
Where does shuck come from? Okay, anyway, Rashid Shaheed, great value, wide receiver 51, speedster. Do we trust the shuck? Do we trust the shuff? Do you trust the shuff?
Don't trust anything here. Stay away completely. Nobody on the team.
What do you mean? Tyler Schaff could be amazing.
He could be if you can pronounce his name properly.
So are you drafting Shaheed later?
No.
Why?
You don't not even on my radar. Not even a thing.
You don't trust the Schaff?
No. And is he even are you just playing games because he's not the starter?
He is. I think he's going to start.
No.
He is. He's going to be the starter.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, he will. Let me look it up here. I'm going to Saints depth chart. He's the starter, man. They drafted him. They're gonna use him. Yeah. They've got no one else.
I mean, they've been crappy for years. I would stay away from everybody, including Kamara here. I'm not thrilled at all with this team over the last 4 years.
Yeah, it's Spencer Rattler's the backup. So Tyler Schaff is 100% started. They got Jake Herner there, and that's it. So yeah, he's starting, man.
It's a load of poop. They're all poop.
All right. I'm drafting Shaheed in best ball. He's gonna have some big games if Shuck gets it going. All right. So next one here is the bonus. Keon Coleman. I was taught him last year. Wide receiver 54 for the wide receiver 1. What a steal. On my rosters, clear cut one. Shakira's not the one. We saw it last year. Not the one. Tim's shaking his head vigorously.
You pushed this same scenario last year, man. And listen, I said any of the guys on Buffalo could emerge, and really nobody did. Like Shakir was the go-to guy, but even still, that wasn't exciting at all. So to me, it's still kind of Shakir. And then the other guys, like you can kind of take a shot on anybody here because Josh Allen's got a great arm, but the truth is, like, Allen runs in the touchdowns, Cook ran in a bunch of touchdowns. So anything that they're going to get in receptions and yardage is going to be negated by a lack of touchdowns anyways. The touchdowns go to the running game here.
So you're going to take Shakira, a guy named after Shakira, the Colombian singer-songwriter and Lebanese heritage dancer.
She is fine as hell, dude. So I guess if you're going to put it that way, yeah, I will take Shakira.
Shakira. Okay, listen, I'm going to pass on Shakir. I'm going to go 100% Keon Coleman because I think he's put on some weight. He's put on some speed. He actually came out and they asked him, how'd you think he did? How do you think he did last year? And he basically said, poop. He said, I didn't do good. He knows.
He put on weight. I mean, he was a pretty big dude to begin with.
Muscle, I should say. Put on some muscle, I heard. Like, not like fat weight, like good weight.
Again, when it comes to Buffalo, you could take a shot on either one of these receivers, but I still think they're so limited. I think that this is a fairly well-rounded team, and I think just the lack of touchdowns will kill you anyways.
Yeah.
Never going to be a top-tier receiver there.
I think he could emerge. I think that they need him. I think that he has to step up. And again, another situation where they didn't draft anybody else. Like they didn't draft a wide receiver that's going to dip into that. They went cornerback, they went DT, they went defense all across the board. And
they're comfortable with what they have. They know they've got a pretty well-rounded team without having a superstar at wide receiver.
That's it. But I think Keon could be that superstar. And I'm going to pay the whatever 9th round pick wherever he's coming off to find out again. I'm going to do it.
I mean, that's fine. That's decent value.
I definitely stack him because I went Josh Allen in a bunch of best ball leagues and then I stacked Keon Coleman late. So they're going to have some big games, man. They will. So I really feel that. So that's it, man. Some of these guys, obviously Harrison, Sutton, not as deeper sleepers, but when you get into the Thornton, the Shaheeds, the Harrises, and the Colemans, great value. Great value at the wide receiver position. And all you need to do is stack 2 of these guys to hit. So let's say I get 5 or 6 of them. 2 to hit, I cover my wide receiver spots. That's why I'm going top heavy at running back. You can't really do this as easily with running backs because it's just thinner, man. So many question marks at running back later. With wide receiver, there's more depth, more opportunity to emerge. And we saw it with McConkey and Brian Thomas and Xavier Worthy last year having good rookie campaigns. So I'm excited, man. At this point, fantasy football can't come soon enough, man. I'm pumped.
Just around the corner, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Tim, thanks for joining us, man. Hope you guys have a great day, and hopefully this got you to work. And go enjoy your day. Try to be positive, even whether you like your job or not. All right, guys, subscribe, thumbs up. Have yourself an outstanding day, and we will talk soon.
Have a good one, everybody.